sorry teacher. So what happens is that we place the compass, we call it compass anyway. So, and then the compass go.
Oh.
It just won't stay.
Uh-huh.
And I look into Sharon, and she look at me, and I look into the client, and the client look at me, and I say.
Hi everyone, I'm Praveena and I'm at Circle96 LLP, and here I am with Master KK. So today I will be asking him a few questions all about Feng Shui, and for the benefit of our followers, tell us more about Circle96 LLP.
Well, Circle96 was conceptualized because circle represents round.
Okay.
Okay, and then 96 is the Tai Chi, the black and white.
If you...
Exactly. So that's how you
okay.
toy with it a little bit, and that's how we tried to register the Circles BD. It didn't work because I was taken already. And Circle96.com was there, available, and then that's where we got Circle96.com. And that's how the company names came about. Very subtly, we don't tell people we are in Feng Shui, but not in the way that it is circle geomancy or something like that. We don't want, we just want to be modern. We want to project ourselves as modern Feng Shui. That's the reason why we chose the name. Okay, and how did it begin? Sharon is a third generation Feng Shui consultant. The family.
Sharon is your wife, yes.
Correct, my wife. Pastor Sharon's the third generation, and so I didn't believe in Feng Shui at all.
Really?
Yeah, prior to becoming a Feng Shui consultant, I did not believe in Feng Shui.
Okay.
What happened was I grew up in a very superstitious family. So my dad has this Feng Shui people come over the house, and really he does his audit, and he paid a hefty price for it. I mean, in terms of fee. And then what happened was one day he lost his factory. We had a factory in Ubi, which is like a half a size of a football field. We lost it. We were swindled away. So I didn't believe in it. I thought this Feng Shui thing is not doing us anything good.
Okay.
So I thought it's just superstitious and it's religious and it's supposed to do wonders. A swing on a magic wand, just like Harry Potter, it didn't work like that. Okay, so I didn't believe it. And one day I was in and out of a lot of business field. The last business I was in was prawn farming. I was a farmer. I grow prawns.
When was this?
2014.
Okay.
Okay, the last thing was 2014, and then the rate tide came. I lost all my prawns. I lost a lot of giant grouper as well. I was into giant groupers. Hefty losses, and was like
you did
depression.
something to...
No, I was in depression.
Okay,
I was in depression, and then Sharon says she has an appointment. Would like me to help her to carry the bags and shelter her with umbrellas and things like that. So I said okay. She said nothing much better to do at home. So I went and I helped her. And as she was walking, we need to do outside perimeter walking. Unlike all the other Feng Shui consultants that they don't do it, we do it because we get a lot of information there. Okay. I'll elaborate more later why we should do it and why we don't do parts. We don't need the parts and all that stuff. So what happened was, as we were walking, a cat came to our path, and I know cat do what the cat does. They sunbathe, and then she says, the son in the family must have fallen ill in a particular year. And I said, why is that son? There's also a daughter, and there's also a father, and there's also a mother. Why must the son? Yeah, she said the cat told her.
Okay.
There I was, being very skeptic about the whole thing, and then she started telling me the cat told her.
Okay. Interesting.
So cut that off. Like I said, it's just nonsense again, it's just superstitious. So for the now we walk, and then we saw a broken bowl under the tree.
Broken bowl?
Yeah, Chinese bowl, a Chinese blue color bowl, broken under the tree into 4 pieces, and then she says, the mother must have lost a job in that particular year. And then I asked why the mother, actually the bowl told her. I said, oh, there she goes again. And then when we went upstairs to the house and we step in, the moment we step in, Sharon asked the client, did your son fall ill or did your son fall ill in a particular year? She says, no, not that year, but 12 years prior to that, because your blood cycles go 12 years a cycle.
Okay.
So, yes, the son has a stroke at age 7. Yes.
7 years old?
Yes, children do have strokes, okay? So, I was stunned. I was like, wow, you mean the cat literally told Sharon that?
How about the bowl?
Yeah, then she asked the second question, did you lose your job in that particular year? I said, yes, that's the reason why you're here. I couldn't get a job back.
Creepy.
Yeah, the company merged and I was made redundant. So I was like, see, my wife. Actually, right, soon my mind, did the bowl really tell her that?
Mm-hmm.
And after the whole episode, we went down, we went to our car, we got in our car, and then the moment I started to drive off, I asked Master Sharon, I said, did the cat really tell you? And the bowl told you? And then that's where she let go. Scolded me thoroughly. I asked you to register the company 212 so that I can practice my Feng Shui, and then because you're also a power director, you should go and attend lessons. I think you attend lessons, what do you do in the class? You raise your hand and ask the teacher, so when's the recess time? You know, you're just a nuisance in the class. You think I don't know? It's like, So, okay. So really, did the cat tell you all that stuff? Mm-hmm. She said, no. Please throw away whatever you have in your mind about religious and superstitious and non-scientific out of your mind. Go and attend the class, go and attend the training properly, and you will know why. Everything has a code. But universe cannot be telling you everything, so they give you codes. So you need to read codes, and at the moment you are able to unquote, it's the Da Vinci Code, you know a lot of things. That's it.
Okay.
So I said, okay, now I took a whole year. I took, since Prawn is dead, Garuda is dead, and then I took a whole year and went to learn.
So you didn't really have any
background, no.
Okay, but it's because of your wife that kind of instilled this in you.
Correct. And then there's no supernatural power in me.
But interesting, it's because of, you never really trusted her until something happened for you to really believe what she said.
As a matter of fact, all the businesses that failed, she has warned me prior to that, this is going to fail, you can be swindled, blah, 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 blah.
But you always
what do you know about business?
But it really happened.
It happens.
Wow.
That's why the book comes about.
That's why they say women are always right as well. Well. Anyway.
Yes. Okay.
What inspired you? Okay, so basically, your wife kind of inspired you, yeah? And okay, this is a very classic question. What is Feng Shui for our followers who have no idea about Feng Shui? Good.
Let's not complicate things. So I met a client introduced two of her best friends to me, and we met out in the cafe on a Saturday afternoon. And the gentleman doesn't believe in Feng Shui. The wife, you see that he comes along, the husband comes along, and the moment she sat down, you can see the boy's husband's like the face is not very pleasant, and then start having a few questions. I understand because I was like that. I was just like that. Yes. And then so I posed a question to the gentleman. I said, have you served the national service before? And the wife giggled. So I don't know why she giggled. And then she said, yeah, obviously I did serve my national service. I said, now do you remember when you were in training? Would you want to be in a position up in the mountain, or would you want to be positioned below the mountain? She said, of course I want to be up in the mountain, just where I can shoot and control the large piece of land. I said, exactly. Aren't you using the terrain, the environment to help you? She said, yes. You are in a better advantage, aren't you? She said, yes, correct. So that's Feng Shui. Feng Shui is to have a better position. That's it, in the environment. And then I said, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a colonel in the army.
Oh, no.
So he understands.
Okay.
So he understands very well that you need environment to be in a better position.
Of course.
Okay. So when you do defense or you attack, you use environment all the time. And then when that opened up, he's already opened up, and then we had a very decent conversation. I advised them how to get a property, and then they got their property.
Okay.
So that's, if you ask me what's Feng Shui, it's another example. Today we're in this very beautiful office at Connecting, doing a beautiful interview. Could you imagine we are at the coffee shop beside a smelly toilet?
I don't even want to imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's environment. We will not be even.
Of
We don't even want to contribute to the conversation. We just let's just cut short the whole thing and we go. But I don't mind having a conversation here because it's conducive. So that's environment. So how are you going to know what is good for you? It's basically for a start, keep your house clean.
True.
That's very important.
It's true.
Don't clutter your house. I have seen many movies or radio or television series about hoarders. Yeah, we had one in Singapore. It's called Renotalk.
Oh yes.
And I think they make hoarders into a series in England and in America as well. If you realize all these people are the ones that are poor.
It's true.
Because there's nothing.
Their life is in a mess.
Yeah.
It's too disorganized
Exactly.
for anything to even
have
go smoothly.
nothing, so they clinched onto everything.
True.
Okay,
It's true.
great memories and things like that. So hoarders are not rich folks. Rich people don't hoard.
It's true.
Okay, and if you have watched series on Instagram, beautiful houses, rich folks, the house are always clean.
Big and clean
Yes,
and
it's empty.
empty.
Exactly.
Yes.
So-
Minimal, yeah.
Yeah, minimal. So that's Feng Shui.
Okay. That's a good
Is
way
it
of
very easy?
understanding Feng
Yeah.
Shui. Very good way of understanding.
Okay, good.
Alright, so how does Feng Shui help us in our life in different areas? Maybe you could give me an example of someone.
Okay. So let's start from marriage. Harmony. We always work with harmony, and then followed by health, and followed by prosperity. So let's work on marriage.
Okay.
The statistics have shown that most of the time marriage is failed because of a nagging wife. See, I fought back. That's one or. Okay. So nagging wife. No, sorry. I didn't mean to be that. Okay. A happy wife, happy life. So,
Of course.
so I always advise my client, always have a wedding photograph or a family photograph in your bedroom.
Okay.
So psychologically, you remind a man that you're married,
Yeah.
like it or not. Okay, and you have a family. So get out of bed and find money. Okay. So, but obviously, that is a very simple way of having a Feng Shui item. So Feng Shui don't have to be ugly, or you don't have to turn your house into a Chinese temple.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just spoke to you about your ethnic group. You say you have a bit of Indian,
Yes,
Northern Indian.
of course.
So I think
Indians believe in Feng Shui.
yeah,
as
it's called
well.
Vastu.
Vastu.
Vastu,
Oh,
V-A-S-T.
Vastu, okay.
Vastu, okay. But apparently they lost due to the loss of the language.
Oh,
So you don't
okay.
have the whole script.
Okay.
So ours is in symbols, so it's easier, and it was kept down to today. Okay. So I had a senior military officer, Sikh military officer, and when I audited his house, I realized that water was a missing element in his house.
Water.
So yeah, so I advised him, because I know him way back when I was in the National Service. So I said, sir, would you like to, I know you have a lot of collection of whiskey, nice whiskey. He said, yes. Would you like to have a whiskey bar in your living room? I said, he says, why? I said, that will address all the water elements. He says, where? I said, here. Perfect. And whiskey bar was constructed there, blending to the whole environment or the design, and the Feng Shui was addressed. So you don't have to turn your house into a
Because I think there's a common misconception about
Yeah.
Feng Shui.
buying things, wearing
Certain
beads,
stuff,
certain
yeah,
things. Do I look like I'm wearing certain things?
No,
Yeah,
you look
no.
super modern,
Yeah,
so it's
good,
good.
thank you. So that's one way. Have a wedding photograph. Have lots of pictures of children and yourself in the family. That's a way of building cohesiveness. Another way I can advise you about having a good career. I think that's very, very, very important. Everybody wants a good career. Would be have a very stable dining table.
Dining table.
Yeah,
okay.
that's very super important. So I traveled to Philippines. I've been around to the few area countries to do Feng Shui, and once in Philippines, I have visited 3 houses that are super rich. These people are the one that worried about what is my car, what's the color for my next car. Ferrari, what's the color be like? This is their order.
Okay.
Not how to find the next meal, but what color is my, So all they have in their family are a long, heavy wooden table.
Okay.
Okay, and that's always the masterpiece in the dining room. Long, heavy dining table, and that's stable for career. And wood, that's roots, so family members get to dine together more often. Make sense?
Of course.
So when I came back to Singapore, I also noticed that a lot of people are doing very well in landed properties and more, or a very expensive condominium. They have very heavy dining table. I have a client who has lava stones at his dining table. It took 6 people to carry it up from the condo. Super stable career.
Okay.
That's easy,
So
isn't it?
would you say Feng Shui is only for those who are rich then? Because
It is.
right?
Yeah.
It makes sense, right?
Makes
because you need to afford certain things to.
Yeah. So let me ask you, if you have, I'm obviously you don't have children now. So you have children. Imagine you have 3 children. Okay, and they're all terrible in their mathematics. What do you do?
Tuition teacher,
Exactly. But if you can't afford them, you teach.
of course.
If you can't teach, and then if it's beyond your capability, what do? You get tuition teacher. What if we don't have money for tuition teacher? Tough kids, suck it up. You are just. Okay. So Feng Shui are for people who can afford us, and then you improve. So it's legal, but it's an unfair advantage.
Of
Yes,
course,
it's just like tuition.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is, isn't it? If you look
It's
at
like
it,
a plus point in your life.
exactly.
Once you have everything, that helps with everything else.
Yeah, but you need to work. Feng Shui is not everything. It doesn't work like a Harry Potter thing. So I could give you, if I give you a 40 number, you need to queue up. But of course, I don't give 40 number. I'm not into that
If
kind of.
only not, I would be asking
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
why would I be sitting here? I'll be buying myself, you know. But it's not that kind of thing. You still need to work hard for it. It's just that we make things better through the better energy. And then you meet the right people. Feng Shui cannot kill your illnesses. You still need to see doctor, but we meet
Help to improve.
correct the energy, and then you meet a good doctor, you meet a good physician, and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so you meet the right kind of people.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, for example, when a client engages you, what do you do? Like, what do you just sit down and talk about, like what it needs to be addressed, or is that the first thing that you do?
Yes, I always ask them, why do you want to see Feng Shui? What's the main reason? Yes. And half the time they couldn't answer me. It's like, isn't it normal that when you get a new house you see Feng Shui? But yeah, why?
Yeah.
Because you do not know that Feng Shui can do a lot of wonders for them.
Of course.
For example, there are people who come to us because they have been married for a while but no children. So we help them, not because they are, first and foremost priority, they have to be healthy. Feng Shui can work wonders in other things. Okay, so there are people who come to us, their career are not going anywhere. People come to us, their marriage is falling apart. Okay, so they tell us why they want to see Feng Shui, and we can help them.
Okay.
So there are of course a whole lot of group of people which are not going to be my client. These are the people that I really don't want to take them on, regardless how much money they pay me. I'm serious, I'm not being snobbish.
Why?
It's because they come in and tell me, where is my prosperity area in the house? So these people just go for prosperity.
Just money,
No,
wealth.
money, wealth. So I think, is it not important that your family are
Everything
healthy?
else, of course.
Yeah. Are you not? Is it not important that you and your wife can sit down and have a decent conversation over a coffee
course.
rather than you quarrel? But you have a lot of money coming in, which is more important. Then they go, I say, yeah. I don't blame them because they've been brainwashed by the market that money, prosperity. I'll find your tai wei, your prosperity cardinal. These are all terrible information. That's why we were all been stereotyped, brainwashed. Yeah, stereotyped. So some people thought I'm a ghost pastor. I'm not.
I can only imagine. You had specific requests like that?
No. We no, but we have. I don't believe in the spirit stuff.
Okay.
You know, I'm the least religious Feng Shui consultant in the market, I think. But I understand they are. I understand, but I'm not thought that I would meet one. But we did. In our job scope of work, we did.
Okay.
Okay, and creepy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing?
I don't actually. What happened was we were invited to audit a house, and this house is to be handed over to a new client, but the old landlord is still staying in the house, and it's of another ethnic group. Okay, and they painted the house black, brown, dark brown, and the corridor, they did a little bit alteration to the flat, and the corridor was pitch dark. Meaning to say, if you put your hand out, you couldn't really see your hand that bad.
Even in daylight?
Daylight. There's
What?
no
That's
no
crazy.
windows. Exactly. And I was returning to the room. We placed the lower part is actually just compass.
Okay.
The reason why I have a lot of Chinese words is to confuse you, so you're willing to pay me. That's it.
Now we know.
Now we know exactly. So, oops, sorry, teacher. So what happens is that we place the compass. We call it compass anyway. So, and then the compass go.
Oh.
It just won't stay.
Uh-huh.
And I look into Sharon, and she look at me, and I look into the client, and the client look at me. I say, and then we look at the landlord behind. Okay, so so there are a couple of times things happen like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, a couple of
I'm
times.
sure you've met a lot of people, crazy people with different kinds of requests. But I'm gonna ask you to share a bit about that later on. Okay, so basically, like you said, your customers are more of the ones who are more well-to-do, right?
No, my customers are the ones that are better educated,
Better educated.
better informed.
Uh-huh.
They read, and they're very well read, so they know what is.
They know
Feng
what
Shui.
they want, and
Correct.
yeah.
They know what Feng Shui is all about.
Okay.
So they've done the order research. 90% of my customers now are referrals.
Okay.
Okay, so I was lucky. I started off with one of the best interior design firms, Sky Creation.
Okay.
It gave me a lot of opportunity to make a lot of customer base, and then from there it just spiraled off. So they came because they know what they want: harmony and health, and children's having examinations. You know, yeah. So they come knowing what they want, and they're very well read, and they're very informed. They've done their research on Google, and so they know what they want.
Okay.
So we speak the same lingo. And then because I wrote a lot of blogs, so they've gone to my website or my Facebook to read through the blogs.
Okay, so they did their research.
They did research. Okay, so I also did a lot of analysis, offsite analysis for condominiums that are going to be launched or launching, or launched already, or to be TOP soon. So they have all watched the videos, and then they thought they want to improve and just make some sense to them, and they just come to us. So that's why when we see them, what we do is that we sit them, after asking that question, what do you want about our Feng Shui, we'll ask for the address, followed by we will take a street directory, and then from there we with the floor plans we can tell them a lot of things. Basically 3 things: the life cycle for the past 12 years, the characters of their children and themselves, their health issues, without even knowing their names.
You just sit with them and
it's all on a map. It's all on an environment.
So creepy, but cool.
No, it's all on the map.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's no magic. Everybody can be taught how to do it. You know, it's not a magic. It's just that a lot of people have this misperception that I need to give you my date and time of birth, which is called a party.
Yeah.
Which is the 8 words. You don't have that.
Yeah, usually like they will ask.
Correct. Your date and time of birth.
Yeah.
So just a bit of history. Party is only maximum 900 years old.
Sorry, what is party?
8 words.
8 words.
8 words.
Oh, words.
Yeah, 8 words tells you the date, the year of your birth, the month, the day, and the time of your birth. From that, they can derive and formulated out a lot of information about you.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's like a fortune telling kind of thing.
Yeah, it is.
So you don't need that. That only has about 900 over years of history.
Okay.
For I Ching Feng Shui, which is wind of change, Feng Shui, I Ching Feng Shui has been around for 8,000 over years.
Wow.
So why would I want to depend on something that's about 900 years to read? So I don't need that.
Okay.
So I like to see the environment itself. So lately I've been viewing a lot of int residents. If you see my Facebook, you know I've been into a lot of int residents and a lot of things synchronized. So I told them, come, let me walk the terrain with you. Let me walk the surrounding with you. I'll show you what I mean. I say by parts you will not know that terrain is up and down. From your 8 words, you can't tell. But from the actual science of the land, when you're walking and doing your work, you can tell which part of the road is flat, which part of the road is steep, and what happens. So these are terrain. This is environment. Environment is Feng Shui.
Of course.
Yeah, that's it. So I want to be on site. So we're around practical people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, some of the common questions you get from potential customers who get to know about Feng Shui.
They think it's religious.
Okay.
Okay, so I took the time a little bit. 8,000 years ago, when we started off the Tai Chi, which is black and white, okay, the Taoists borrowed it to become their symbol for their religion.
Okay.
Okay, the 8 talisman, they took it and they also use it as their symbol, and they have not returned to us. Okay, so everybody thought it is Taoism. So we are not Taoism. So initially I thought it was also.
It's not really a religion.
It's not religion. It's just environmental study. Okay, so for people out there, if you're a Christian or Catholic, it is not religious. Just go and understand that if you're done the army, you know you want to be on the top of a hill. Yeah, that's it. You know, it's environment. Okay, don't be misguided by the logo and the symbols.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. So it's
do your research.
Do your research. Yeah, exactly. Do your research. You know, I know a lot of people don't like a few things, including some of the leaders in the world. I'm not going to say where, but this particular leader in the world has a few buildings. Okay, and in front of his building has Feng Shui done. He put a globe in front of the building and
he believes in it.
He wrote all over his book.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, he wrote all over his book.
Okay.
He may not be the most popular president around.
Yeah.
But it works for him.
See, look where he is now.
Yeah.
Okay. So just one special request could you share with our followers? Anything funny, any special request that you got from your customer?
Okay, I'll just bring this up to, like I said, I just saw a lot of residents, and the very first thing I see them, I'll ask them, the wife, the mother of the family, are you the first daughter? If she say yes, and I ask her, do you have any daughters? She say yes, I have one daughter. I will tell them, you or your daughter, or majority of the time, most of the time, both of you are not a very good temperament. Short fuse and you snap. And they say, how do you know?
Oh God.
I said the environment is there, and everybody who is in residence, and if you're the first daughter, you snap.
Okay.
Easily. So birds of all feathers flocks together. Birds of the same feathers flocks together. That's it.
And they were pretty much surprised.
They were very much surprised.
Okay.
And then when you open up that door, they were just willing to listen to everything you just tell them.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I think my mom and I need that actually.
yeah.
Both of us.
So last Sunday I was talking to a client who's potentially doing a free floor plan analysis, and I said, people who stay here have legs problems and so on. And guess what? My husband going for leg operation next week. I said, oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, so it generally is like that.
Okay.
Okay, don't ask me why, but birds of the same feathers flocks together. Yeah.
Okay, that's a wrap for today's episode on Feng Shui, but do tune in soon for more tips on Feng Shui. See you.
Bye.
Bye.